Well, hello, Virgos. Hello. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, we are definitely going to go over uh, what's the next big move? What are you going to experience? What's going to happen next? Okay. Within the next 4 weeks. Okay. I think that's what I made the title for. So that's what we're going to be looking at basically. So let me go ahead. Let me say hello to a few of you. Hello, Costa Sol. I think I said your name right. I always Costa del Sol. Yes. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Sean. Hey, Kita. Hey, guys. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going to come out here. So we haven't used this deck in a while. This is the Tea Leaf Oracle. So we are going to be using some Tea Leaf Oracle. I use a lot with Taurus. So most likely I'm going to be using a lot with the Virgos. We're also going to be using other oracles as well. What's the other one? I think I used this one. I think I used this one. Speaking of which, I got to make sure I shuffle those. So we're going to be using a few cards. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. This is going to be for Taurus. For Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. Here, Virgo. Unfortunately, you guys didn't see this fall, but when I was shuffling, it flipped into the deck. But it came out when I was saying Virgo, so I have to pull it out for you. Now, this does have something to do with someone watching you, okay? Usually this talks about psychic intuition, that type of thing. I did use this definition for Taurus, and I'm not saying that you don't, okay? I'm not saying that you don't, but that's not what this meaning is for you. So over the next 4 weeks, there is going to be someone it feels like someone who's interested. And I got to see, hopefully this could be a good energy. I don't know yet, but there is someone who has their eye on you. And I feel like this is more so in a romantic way. Yeah, interesting. Career? Could this be a boss? Could this be a boss? Could this be, someone within a company who wants your skills, who wants your talents? Okay, because there is definitely someone who's interested in what you do, and there could be someone who can come in and in some way and say, hey, and this is usually what happens when you're like at a 9 to 5. They don't tell you that they're watching you or they're watching your numbers, right? Oh, we saw that you did this and this and this, and then they can advance you in some way. But this is making me feel like there is some higher ups around who's watching you. So maybe over the next 4 weeks. Now this says that they're watching. It didn't say that they're acting yet. That someone is watching you very closely within the next, over the next 4 weeks when it comes down to your career. Okay, and I feel like there could be a career change. Okay. Oh, hey, Devani. It's going to be tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, next 4 weeks. Let's get some more. Virgo, next 4 weeks. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, damn. I might as well take it. I did take this much. I did. Let's see. May came out. That could be next year sometime because we're already past it. It says 4-leaf clover. Great good fortune. Something really amazing is going to happen for you over the next 4 weeks. Even it could be something that is I would say something that even for you that seems like a miracle because you had 2 adjectives to describe fortune. Okay. Great, good fortune. Okay. So something really good happening here for you over the next 4 weeks. So like I said, someone has their eye on you or someone is interested in you here with that eye. We did see something dealing with a career and it could have something to do with a career, or this could be 2 different things. Again, we're saying there could be a change in your career or something's going to come up regarding career things within the next 4 4 weeks, but there is someone who is watching you. Now, it does have dealings with a woman. Now, this could be someone in business partnership. This could have something to do with family members. This could have something to do with relationships, right? This could be for the divine masculine and feminine, okay? But there's going to be some type of dealing with a woman here, okay? This could be someone who's keeping your kids, watching your kids, someone who you're talking to about a home. If you are interested in, either renting or buying a home, it could be something like that. It says a wish is going to be granted. This is crazy. So far, this looks really good. A wish is going to be granted. Again, this is in harmony with this card. Something really good happening to you over the next 4 weeks. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is happening. Now, I always have to put this out there. You guys already know this can stretch way further than this, right? We're just being cute. But it's coming out, which means what? Things that you will possibly experience, okay? Now, this also came out for Taurus. It makes so much sense because it says you could be invited to some type of event. Event is a party, a festival. It could be an invitation dealing with a work event because remember we saw career. It could be anything like that, okay? So I do feel like it could be work and career. Work, career, and personal. Work, career, and or personal, okay? Where there's some type of event that you're going to be going to over the next 4 weeks. And we have, the holiday, the 4th of July. So that could be it as well. Now, you did have one here. Of course, you already know, because we know that this is life. It says you're dealing with someone with extreme arrogance within the next four weeks. Someone who is very arrogant, okay? And it says you shouldn't cross this person, but it's saying boastful. So meaning that, and I'm not saying that you are pressing the issue, okay? But it's one of those things that, like, should you even be involved with anyone who is this arrogant? You see what I'm saying? And boastfulness feels like pridefulness. Like, should you really be dealing with someone, right, that has this energy anyway? That's what it means that you shouldn't even cross them. But there is someone in your reading who is very arrogant that you could be coming across within the next 4 weeks. There is someone younger. Now, this could be a sister or someone that you're dealing with, okay? That could be a sister, a lover. It could be a friend or something like that. Now, you had 2 women, which is really interesting because, it didn't have to come out, but it's saying younger. And then this one just says a woman, right? So it's 2 different people I feel here. When we get into, more cards, I'm going to try to figure out what that could be, but I feel like these are 2 different people. Okay. One that's younger than you or someone that could be your age as well. All right. Remember, this could be a family member, mother, sister, whoever. This could be a sister. This could be a cousin. This could be a friend or a lover. Okay. It also says there's going to be a lot of recognition over the next 4 weeks. Okay. Some type of reward that you're going to receive. Reward could be a promotion. Promotion is recognition. Reward could be a bonus or something like that. So someone can give you something because they thought that you did a really, really good job at what you do. But this is like gifts. Remember, a recognition can come in love as a form of affection. This could be in gifts. It could be something like that. Okay. So I see that over the next 4 weeks, that can happen for you. Now, I'm going to go ahead with the stuff that you don't like. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Ooh, discord with friends or family. Discord with friends or family. Now, we know we got too many women sitting up here. Okay, we got too many women. So you already know it's messy. But this means a disagreement. And not all of you are going to experience this, but, it happens. It really does. It happens where there's a spat. And it doesn't have to be too bad. It could be something kind of small, or it has something to do with, frustration. Sometimes within family, there could be some things that are going on within the family that could be frustrating. So there could be a little bit of tension within the family over the next 4 weeks for whatever reason. Okay, and it can happen with your friends too. This doesn't have to be, something that is happening, with family. Okay, because it says friends or family. So anyone that you would consider to be your friend, it could be some misunderstandings or something like that that can happen over the next 4 weeks. You could be taking a trip somewhere. It says short trip. So this doesn't necessarily mean that this is across seas or long distance, but this is over the next 4 weeks into the middle of July. That's 4 weeks, by the way. There could be a short trip that you can go on. Okay. Some of you guys may start traveling. It's so funny because we've been seeing travel a lot here for Virgos anyway. Haven't we been seeing travel a lot? I've been seeing travel a lot. Okay. So there could be some traveling that you may do over the next 4 weeks here, Virgo. Or maybe you may take some type of cruise. Some of you guys may take a cruise or get on a boat, like a cruise or something like that. I do believe that they have, I forgot what it's called. They have yacht clubs and stuff like that, but this could also be like a cruise that some of you guys could be taking. These two right here, someone is trying to come in between you or a friend or something that you want. Now, here it is. Someone is trying to come in between something you want. They're driving a wedge. Now, usually when I see I automatically think that this has something to do with a lover, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. But this could be like, I did a reading for you. It's interesting. I just thought about it. I did a reading for you. I'm going to post it tonight where I'm not going to go into details where I say, hey, Virgo, like there's someone here that you really, really like, but it just kind of seems like someone from their past, is causing issues. Okay. And I literally made mention of that. So a wedge could be on your side or it could be on the person's side as far as love. Okay. But sometimes this is family members too. This could happen with family members, that type of thing. Now you did have here shark. Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. So remember when I was saying before where you have to be conscientious of how you spend your money? Remember we talked about that? You get the money and just as soon as you get it, you're being a little reckless or how you're spending. I've told all you guys that. I've told you that plenty of times, and then it's coming out in this card kind of telling you the same thing, right? It's like, take care, be careful. You get it? Like, just be careful. Don't spend so much money because otherwise you're going to end up without. So over the next 4 weeks, you're going to be very tempted to spend some money. You may be like, well, I don't have any money. Well, you may get some money and you want to be careful about how you spend it. That's all it's basically saying. Ooh. Oh, wow. At the bottom of the deck. Family sorrow. So bad news. And I hate to put this in a reading because it's like, I'm not, you guys already know, I'm a positive reader. Something that may disappoint you or something that may irritate you or something that can make you feel sad. Okay. Over the next 4 weeks. And that's not going to be for everybody, by the way. So I don't want you guys to think that. No. Here it is again. You guys got crown. Honor and respect will come to you. So again, this is like in harmony with a new beginning here. This is in harmony with that. Okay. I do see some frustrations that you're going to experience. And it's not going to last that long, but I do see some frustration that you're going to experience. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus. Here it says, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So I do feel like there could be some struggles that you may experience over the next 4 weeks, but it's like, when has Virgo not been experiencing any struggles? Let's be for real. Well, let's be for real here. Like, when has Virgo not had experienced struggle? But it makes sense because this is a lot of things that's going to happen over the next 4 weeks, but it is being realistic. Like, okay, you still going to be feeling some kind of way. There's still going to be a challenge. You keep getting this card. Oh, look at what came out. This is on both bottoms of the decks. Opportunities are waiting for you and you'll be receiving a gift. I literally just talked about a gift, right? You keep getting this card that talks about career. And then you had disappointment in a friend or a lover over the next 4 weeks. This is a feeling. Some of you could be, like I said, this is now onward, okay? Keep seeing something with the career. This is the second time this came out, and it came out with I. Some of you could start a new channel. You can start in tarot, because this is like a psychic or oracle. That could be a new career, right? That's for some of you. Okay. Some of you are already disappointed in a lover or a friend or someone you consider to be a friend. I do feel like there is someone that, because part of the bull is like a little bit of bullying, a little bit, right? And one thing about Virgo, I'm going to say it because Taurus ain't no joke. Taurus and Capricorn has this energy where it takes them a little bit before they get upset. And I really do believe like they will like literally tear down the house with their hands. Everybody will know that they're doing it. Virgo, with you, you are undercover. Like you will sabotage someone behind the scenes if you're upset. Like you don't want anyone to know that you're doing it. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. So I do see that, you know, you're not backing down for opposition, but you know what people are doing too. Like there are some things that could be going on and you know it and you're like, oh, okay, all right. Here it says within the next 4 weeks, the message here for you is the most difficult part of your situation will be over. I didn't even know this was even in the deck. That is so crazy to see. Time to go out and have fun here, Virgo. So I see you going out, have fun. We actually saw that with the event, but this also could be with all types of things here, going out, having fun. This is not bad. This is not a bad reading, y'all. I feel like the only thing that was like, was the family sorrow. You've already had, you've had arguments with your family before or disagreements. And, not everybody actually fight and argue with their family. You can have a disagreement with your family. Okay. So this score has levels to it. This ain't nobody, you ain't on baddies. Okay. We're not saying that y'all on the show baddies. We're saying that there could be something with your friends or your family where there's some type of misunderstanding. It could be levels to this. It doesn't have to be extreme. Those are the two, right? Or is someone trying to get in between what you want? So is your lover allowing that? Is your lover allowing someone to get in between? Because these two seem like it would be literally based off of, because it says disappointment in a friend or lover, and it says someone is getting in between. So is your lover allowing that over the next 4 weeks, or has that occurred? Because remember, we got somebody here that's arrogant as hell, arrogant and prideful. Okay, so you see that these are kind of relating in some kind of way. I'm just going to say it, over the next 4 weeks dealing with love, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be frustrating. Okay, just based off of what I see. But I see you getting out having fun though. Totally. Because there's somebody's they're like finger pointing, that they're always blaming. Someone is always projecting. And you may actually experience that over the next 4 weeks, where someone is going to be projecting, or someone is going to be saying, well, you can be like, babe, do you want me to show? Like, I have pictures, I have videos, I have texts. You got all the proof of the world, right? But they're projecting. They're saying that it's all your fault. So that could happen over the next 4 weeks. And that's with lovers, friends, or family. Okay, like don't allow them to try to pull that on you. Now let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Over the next 4 weeks for Virgo, what will be happening? Let's see what's coming out here for Virgo. Wow, that went up under the table. That went up under the table, went down the side and under the table. Hold on, let me grab it. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. What was that? What card was that? Oh, that was a good card too. Okay, that wasn't bad. All right. Okay. Woo. I'm going to show you the ones that you don't like the first, the most. I'm going to show you these two. Okay. Now, storm has something to do with what? A breakup. We're over. We're done. The end. Okay. That could be an energy that you're going to be in over the next 4 weeks, or something like that will occur. This is someone saying no over the next 4 weeks. No. No, ma'am, no, sir. Because there is a breakdown. Someone wants to liberate themselves. Someone wants to get themselves out of a situation that is very frustrating or that is unrealistic. Because here, part of the earth energy always talks about practicality. This is not realistic. This is not practical. So for you, over the next 4 weeks, it's about what is reasonable for me. I don't want to be unrealistic over the next 4 weeks. So what are you going to do? You're going to be practical. Realism is going to be your thing. And because of this earth energy too, you're going to feel as if things are moving slowly. And it doesn't mean the whole time, but you may have this feeling like, why isn't anything happening? Why is it moving so slow? You're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like things are not improving or things are not moving fast enough. I know my predictions. Why isn't it happening? Right? I already know y'all. I've read so many of y'all already know what you're thinking. Right? I'm talking about over the last 4 years. Okay. That's how it's going to be. And then the universe is going to be like, oh, yeah. I got another earth sign energy here for you. Here, let me give you Taurus and tell you like, yes, that's all you had to do, right? The only thing you had to do would be patient, earth energy, right? The only thing you had to do would be patient. And now, what does it say? Yes, now the time has come. Because if we're saying over the next 4 weeks, the stuck energy is what? Today, tomorrow, the next hour from now, where you feel like, oh my God, like, ugh, like why, like frustrated. Okay. And there's an ending here. You're in that energy where either, like I said before, you will be ending something with somebody, right? Or you've ended something with somebody and you're still in that energy. That's that miscommunication. Remember we said that? There's some miscommunication that could possibly happen. We said it. We didn't even need these cards. I said it. I said, oh yeah, there's gonna be some miscommunication with a friend or family member. Remember, I said it doesn't have to be baddies. It doesn't have to be y'all throwing blows. It's just like, really, like, because Virgos could be extremely judgmental. And I'm not saying judgmental to the point where it's like it's warranted, right? Like for a fact you didn't do anything, but because you suffer from that perfectionism, now you believe that whatever has occurred, you can forgive your family, but if it's a friend, you're gonna be looking at them sideways. That means it kind of changed the dynamic of the friendship, which sucks because I'm sorry. Like if I kind of went into a run-in with my friend and it depends on what they've done, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, that friendship most likely will never be the same. Yeah, that's about that one. Okay. And it literally could just be a misunderstanding. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be something like that. Now, the last 3 were amazing. One here says that there's going to be this freedom. You keep getting this energy about freedom, relationships, freedom here with the number 2, and relationships, with the number 3, and relationships with the number 2 and 7, partnerships with the number 2. Okay. A lot of confidence, something that's going to like hit your confidence in such an amazing way over the next 4 weeks. You see how this energy over here got you feeling down. Okay. This week, kind of feeling a little certain kind of way. Things are not moving. You're just not feeling, you're not feeling your best. You're not as optimistic. And then all of a sudden, boom, something hits. And so now you're like, it says you can believe in your own power. Now all of a sudden you're optimistic. Okay. So your whole attitude, like we said before, your perspective about things even change over the next 4 weeks. You may be feeling crappy like this now. And then by the time like you hit the 4th of July, that's not even 4 weeks. That's only 3. By the time you hit the 4th of July, when it comes down to like, you know, holiday season and going out with your friends, you may be in a completely different headspace. You may just be feeling good. You may be like, yes, like, yes, was right. I do feel good. So that's something that I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there is going to be a completely different change in your energy. Now here you had Lily. That's why I said it got better and better. It really did. It got better and better. Lily here, something about your career. There it is again. I didn't even know that this was on this card. Look at this. What are y'all doing? There's career right there. There's career right there. What are y'all doing? I don't know what made, out of all of these definitions, I went straight to that one. I didn't even know that was on this card. I've read this card so many times. I never paid attention to that. Some of you guys may retire. Oh my God, congratulations. Now you can go out, have a hot girl summer, hot boy summer. Hello, retirees. A lot of you guys are going to be more so stable or feeling more stable. Let me tell you what that means. You know how right now you don't feel like that? Okay? Because the tornado is basically saying you're feeling uneasy about something. There's something that you're feeling uneasy about. You know, there could have been a breakup because it has over and done the end. Okay? There could have been something unexpected that someone said to you or something like that, right? Now, you can feel like that now. And about time we get 4 weeks in, and it doesn't have to be 4 weeks, like I said. All of a sudden, you're starting to feel a little bit more stable. Could be financially and emotionally, could be both. Things are starting to feel a little good. Things are starting to be okay here for you with the whole Lily energy. And this is also you feeling, like I said, ambitious. It's something about your career. I'm telling you, it is something about your career that's showing. This is sociable, going out, networking with people, that type of thing. And this is what it says. Now, some of you could have something like a business on the internet. I mean, hello, I do, but I mean, this ain't my reading. Because some of y'all are going to get married. That ain't happening for me. Now, here it says marketing, social media. It says connected. So it could be like you're connecting to different people when it comes down to your career. Because, baby, I keep seeing that. And we saw partnership in both cards with number 2 and number 7. Contracts, number 7, partnerships, number 2. Okay. And it's who you're coming across. Maybe you're coming across someone within 4 weeks. Now, you know, that can stretch into August. So just because it did not happen doesn't mean it will not happen. Okay. I have to make sure I say that because y'all, it didn't happen. Remember, this is being a cutesy. We're just being a little cute. Okay. But some of this stuff probably will definitely happen. Okay. Within 4 weeks. It says Spain. Hello, that's part of that recognition that some of you guys are going to be really getting. Like I said, that is what? That's a promotion. That's people saying, hey, I want your skills. I want your talents. I want to pay you for that. Or people saying, you do amazing. Here, have this. You're definitely going to get recognized. You're definitely going to be seen when it comes down to your work career and advancement. Okay, that is definitely going to happen here for you. And like I said, I love the fact that you're going out. There is someone around you that's secretive within the next 4 weeks, by the way. Someone who is secretive as hell. This is for Virgo over the next 4 weeks. Virgo over the next 4 weeks. We're going to go off the pictures here too. want me to stop there, so I'll stop. Give me a second. Ooh, discord, arguments, discord. Whoo! Baby, you couldn't run from that if you wanted to. That didn't have to come out of that deck because the show didn't come out with Taurus. Anxiety and worry. Same thing with that tornado. You see how she's like, God, uneasiness. Something that you're worried about over the next 4 weeks. That could be now. Okay. Virgos are we always stress, baby. This ain't. I don't think the Virgos can run from this card. You could be in separation from someone. Coming to an end. That's the same thing this card is. Now, if you are in, listen, I don't tell y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't literally tell y'all. When it's a marriage thing, y'all know what I say, right? I believe in marriage. Okay. I got married when I was 19, got divorced when I was 31. I was married for a long time. And that's when I got married. That ain't even when I got up with him. Okay. So that's why I said for me, it's like, I mean, I don't care. I just feel like I don't need necessarily like a contract or anything like that. But I believe in that. So the reason why when I do readings for people and they are married, and a lot of y'all like, just tell me. I tell you the percentage of what could happen, but I never tell you what's going to happen because that's not my place to tell you that. Remember, when you get married, it says it's what? It's between you, him, and what? God. Thank you. That ain't none of my business. You still have to make a choice when it comes down to your marriage. And don't ever have anybody coming between you and that because you're just dying to know something. Okay? Now, with this, it literally just says that there is something happening in your relationships. Because remember, this card is coming out for everything. What are you arguing about? Here it says you're constantly fighting and it feels like it's never ending and it's repeating. These patterns mean that somebody hasn't learned a lesson in something. Could it be this person that's very arrogant? You know how you can meet someone and they just seem like they know everything. And then you be like, baby, no, you don't. There's some things that you do know, but you don't know everything. And then you have to downplay yourself with the person because it's like, I remember one person, and this person, I wasn't even with them. This was like a person that I knew, girlfriend. No, it was his wife. Okay. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make, and it was so funny. I was so young. And I was just being so innocent. I was like, oh, I'm going to make a meatloaf. And this is exactly what I remember the conversation. I'm like, I'm going to make a meatloaf and I'm going to be putting this and that. And I was so excited because I was, still young. I was young and married. I was probably only like, 21. I was like, oh, I'm going to be making a meatloaf and da-da-da-da-da. I had already been married for a long time anyway, or at least for like 3 years. And I love to cook. I love cooking. And I'm like, I'm going to put some Worcestershire sauce. And the girl was like, Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire? What the hell is that? And I'm like, I literally sat there. I really didn't know if she was joking or not. Because I'm like, what? That's not how you pronounce that. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, that wasn't even anything to even really like say. Like, what was even the whole point behind that? That is how, when you being a Virgo, that's how certain things occur. That's what happens to you as a Virgo. You get triggered into these certain type of arguments. Okay. And this is why I was saying before, when it comes down to friendship, when it comes down to relationships, it doesn't have to be always a lover. These could be people who are your friends. And she was our friend, like she was my friend. Her husband was friends with my husband. But I mean, again, people can just come out of left field and just say some weird shit to you. Okay. I know I was saying that for another reason, but I'm just saying, I'll have to go back and listen. But the point of what I'm trying to make is that, you're going to always have people in general who is just going to be against you just because. And then you're going to be arguing because the person thought that's where it was. Oh, she just thought that she knew everything because she was a teacher. That's where I was getting at. She thought she knew more than me because she was a teacher and I hadn't went to college yet. I hadn't went to school. They were older than me. I hadn't went to school. I hadn't went to nursing school yet. And we had to look it up, and her husband was a teacher too. He said, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. I'm like, even if that's not how you pronounce it, like, was it really that big of a deal? But that is how some people are when they feel like they are literally smarter than you. I would never forget that shit. Okay? Because I was like, oh my God. But that's what happened. So you could be around people in general. You could be around people who literally, you know what the hell you're talking about, but then you got to stay back. You got to kind of like, step back. Because see, I have an anger issue. I told y'all that already. And even after that, I think I was cool that night, but after that, it was dunsies. And it was hard because my husband was best friends with her. I mean, they were best friends. And now you have war between the wives because, baby, you ain't gonna ever talk to me like that. And I'm in their house when this was happening. So it wasn't like and I was always taught not to be rude in people's houses. So I had to keep calm. Baby, when you talk about when I got in that car, I went in on her ass. And I was like, okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm never going back over there again. That is your friend. That ain't my friend. And these are the type of people that some of you guys are around. These are some of the people that you are dealing with, especially when we're talking about arrogance. But if we're talking about relationships of all kinds, who are you arguing with? But I feel like this has something to do with a relationship. Why? Because this so-called love. Why y'all can't stop fighting? What is this about? Here it says the connection is so, I'm not going to say it's so intense because, baby, it don't even have to be all of that. It's just like y'all just with each other. Y'all with each other. It ain't even got to be intense. The arguments can be intense, though. Okay? Y'all so-called being in a relationship and you know it ain't working. And remember, we're talking about over the next 4 weeks or what you're experiencing or what could have already happened. Because, again, this is still in the back part. It says what already could have been done. It was over with anyway. Because of this. Some of you guys were in relationships and you just lost who you were. Don't get into this again. Because remember, we're not talking about the past. We're talking about in the future. Please do not do this. Do not shrink yourself for anybody. And Virgos, I know for a fact that you will do this because I've done it. And I'm like a pressure cooker. I just let things just, bubble. I sit there, I like push things down. And then it's like, think. So soon as that thing click. Woo, I got a mouth on me. Baby. Okay, I have a mouth on me and I don't care if it works or not after that. Okay? But here it says, you may feel like you are slowly losing yourself in the process of loving someone, forgetting that you are deserving of love too. And we're talking about 4 weeks, y'all. This can't be the future. Maybe it's saying that this is what you need to be reflecting on. Is this something that you should be reflecting on? Or is this something that you're going to end up getting back into? Because remember, we see too many things here that should not be coming out. Like, it's stuff here that should not be coming out, y'all. Why are we looking at arguments? Why are we looking at so-called love? Why are we looking at the end? And why are we looking at losing identity? Because for some of y'all ain't went through this yet. Maybe not. Okay? Please don't. Oh, we got this card. I love it. Remember we had that before? This says unplanned. Ooh, unplanned. Meeting. This is my serendipity card. This is my serendipity card. You guys already know I'm obsessed with serendipitous energy. Listen to what it says. Meeting at an unexpected place or when both of you were not even expecting to meet each other. This is how you will meet your soulmate. Prepare to meet your soulmate unexpectedly. Oh, yes. Oh my God, Virgo. Over the next 4 weeks could be. Ooh, could be. Mm-hmm. Could be. There it is again with the gift. I said that before the other card came out, and I didn't say it here. So I would say that it's definitely a gift. Something you about to get something. Because I actually said that with what? It didn't even say gift yet. It was one of the cards that came out, and I was like, gift, and then the actual word gift came out. So I don't know. It says you might receive an invitation. Any type of romantic gesture. I think I told y'all that. Meaning that someone could be giving you something or inviting you somewhere. It could be something like that over the next 4 weeks. And if it does not happen over the next 4 weeks, it will be happening before May. Maybe this is why this came out. It'll be happening before May. And the only reason why I say this is because I have to pay attention to the cards that's on this board. And it's realistic. The reason why is because not all Virgos are on the same timeline. Where is your Saturn? Anybody can tell me where their Saturn is at? And I'll tell you, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Can anyone tell me where their Saturn is sitting? What house and what sign? Y'all don't know where y'all Saturn is sitting? Saturn in Aries. What house? What house is that? Is it your 9th house, 7th house, 8th house? What house is that sitting in? Saturn. For you, Ray. So wounds to wisdom. Hey, wounds to wisdom. I didn't even know you were here. So 6th house Virgo is Saturn. Now, let me tell you something. 6th house Saturn energy. Remember, Saturn deals with what? Work and health. Okay. Now, for wounds to wisdom, hers is in her 6th house. What comes out of 6? 7th. 7th. She could meet her person next year and be in a full-blown connection before her Saturn enters her 7th. Her 7th house is her commitment, her committed relationship house. That's her spousal house. Okay. So it being right now in the 6th house is telling you to do something in order for you to be okay and ready for your relationship. In the 7th, you're going to have issues with, working and not necessarily feeling like you're, because Saturn makes things hard with work. You don't necessarily get the recognition you want when the Saturn is in the 6th house. You really don't. You just pretty much work and you you feel like you're getting underpaid. Okay. That's just kind of what it feels like. You said, what if you're in a committed relationship already? Oh yeah. The only issue I would say with that is that if you're in a relationship already, that could be okay as long as it's not aspecting or squaring anything in a 7, which sometimes opposition of squares could cause problems in your 7th house. The only energy that you will have to worry about is when Saturn goes into the 8th, because now it would be like, can we survive? Can we survive with Saturn going into the 8th house? It brings on hardships, but most people do. A lot of people may experience some ups and downs in relationships, and it's usually around those houses, especially in the 4th house if the person lives with you. 7th house, maybe not as much. Like I said, you're already with someone. If you are, that should be okay. But once it starts getting into the houses that sometimes cause issues, like the 4th and the 8th, that could be an issue. Okay. But that's only if the relationship isn't solid. If it's a solid connection, you'll be okay. Someone has Saturn in the 4th. Someone who has Saturn in the 4th is exactly what I was telling wounds to wisdom. You're going to be having issues with your home. Something dealing with family and home. You're going to be having issues with that. And if it just went into it, is it already there or is it going into it? Because if it's already there, Are you saying that that's your natal, Sean? Are you saying that that's your natal, Sean, or is that transiting? Transiting Saturn is going into Aries. Ray, you said Saturn in Aries, second house. Now I know wounds to wisdom know that I was talking about transiting because I can tell how she said it. I'm going to get a little bit into the reading, finish it off, but I want you guys to know what this means. And the reason why I say what I'm saying, and this goes, and I don't want anyone to lose focus. This is important. The reason why that is important is because not everybody, Saturn is sitting in the same spot. So if we're saying that Saturn is the spousal planet, it's the spousal energy, okay? And if you have Saturn in the fifth house, Saturn is sitting in the house of your dating. You're not even dating right now. You have to wait for it to get up out of that joint. Okay? So it could even be a second before you even start dating. So once it move into the sixth house, you may start dating. But again, remember, we're all on different timelines. So that's the reason why it's important for you to know your chart, because you will end up, thinking that the reads that we're doing when it comes down to Virgos, we're thinking that, oh, this is going to happen for me right now, when sometimes that's just not the case. Okay, we could be looking at 2 or 3 years down the line for some of you. Okay, so yeah, that's part of what I was basically saying. Now here it says protective. It says this is a relationship that you will feel protected and safe. Both of you will love each other immensely, that you will fear losing one another. Oh my God. So let me tell you something. There is something that's definitely happening. Even Taurus had this energy too, with like soulmate energy. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen within 4 weeks, but I'm saying that I feel that for a lot of you, you're going to be meeting your partner before you come out of the summer, somewhere between summer and fall. And I'm looking at the energies here because you had you had fall that came out. Yes, you had fall that came out here. I want you guys to see it. See how you had fall there. And then we're going to get into the tarot just to see what cards kind of come out and give us a little bit of time. But something major can happen by May of next year. Now, I don't know if that's a proposal. I don't know if you are going to end up in a fully blown relationship by then, but we'll see. Oh, let me go ahead and do it this way. Let's see. This is going to be for Virgo. Let's see what's coming out here for you, Virgo. And if some of you are in relationships that you just don't want to be in, this is what it says. The love is lost, but you are bound by responsibility, whether it's children, joint assets, or financial reasons. A lot of you may be trying to, get an exit plan over the next 4 weeks. Like, again, you see why I said before, I don't really get into the stuff when it comes down to like full-blown relationships like that, because that's pretty major, especially if you have children and everything is all combined. What do you do? So, but with that one, it's saying that, you may be trying to find an exit plan. Okay. Let's see what's coming out here for Virgo. You got the Ace of Wands. You have the Justice card, Libra energy. Oh, you had the Page of Cups. Oof, you had the Death. And look at how the Death energy keeps the endings all are sitting in this area. All the endings are sitting in this area. You have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Magician here too that's coming out. And here's your person. Let me tell you about money. Now, for you, like I said before, there's some anxiety, there's some concern or worry that I see that some of you are experiencing. And again, it doesn't have to last for the next 4 weeks. But I do see that that's something that you're in. You're getting a lot of assistance here. You're getting a lot of help. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but there's assistance and help here for you if you need it. I guess if you guys ask for it, there'll be something here. And we do have authorities, so sometimes this will be government. So whether it's the government or someone in power, like a father figure or something like that. Okay, this could be could be a child's father. Who knows? There could be someone here that has the ability to actually help you, and it could be a woman as well. It doesn't have to be a man, but I definitely feel like there's some type of assistance coming in here for you. Okay, friend, family, government, or whatever. That's what I see. You definitely have a new job. Okay, you definitely have a new job. That I can tell you. Just based off of what I'm seeing here. And it could be some type of new creative project that you may do, creative venture, meaning a side hustle or something like that, that you may even start, maybe a side job that you will start over the next 4 weeks, especially if you are looking. Because see here, the Ace of Wands is saying actively doing something. You can't say that you want a job, you're not working, you want a job and you're not actively looking. Okay. That means it wouldn't even work for you. Okay. So I definitely see that there is going to be a new job, side hustle, definitely something that you guys are going to be doing. What else do I see here? I see an apology. I don't no. I don't know if it's an apology or a conversation about what has occurred. Now, remember, we saw that there was some discord. Okay. It could have been, like I said, it was miscommunication. Some of you guys are going to, be like, okay, whatever, and move on. And if it's family, you can't really tell them that. But I do see that the conversation where you guys are kind of like, restoring or bridging the gap. I think we talked about that, bridging the gap, especially if you had some type of issue. I do see that. So it's not even going to last that long. That's what I was telling you guys before. I don't even see that whatever the situation is going to last too long. Okay. But some of y'all do have family members that hold big time grudges. Okay. And maybe within the next 4 weeks, that could be something that could be talked about with your family. Tension in the pocketbook. Be careful. I see that in this read too. And I know it talked about it in the tea leaf oracles. Tension in the pocketbook. Be careful about what you spend. I do see you being a little bit more responsible because you have the consciousness, awareness of it now. You're going to meet somebody out of the blue. I can't believe it came out in the tarot. It literally came out in the tarot. You are going to be minding your business, doing whatever you normally do, not thinking about, is this going to be the day that I meet my new love? I ain't going to even be thinking about it. And this person is just going to pop out. I'd rather say just pop out and pop up. Okay. That's what's going to happen with you and this individual. Okay. This is someone new that I see. You do have somebody from the past here. I'm going to keep it above. There is someone from your past definitely showing up in your read. Now I don't know if this is the person that you already ended it with, but I see two different people. And when you guys see your reading tonight, I keep seeing two different people. I was doing Cash App lives the other day and I was reading. I said, oh, I see two different people. I was like, are you a Virgo? She was like, yes, because that's the thing. Virgo is going to have to decide between two different people. Not the worst situation to have, but it may not be that easy either. Because, sometimes Virgo be liking the dark side. Y'all like to choose people who ain't no good. Sometimes Virgo. All right. Let's get it, Virgo. Next 4 weeks. Oh my God. I see y'all manifesting. Okay. All right. A card flip. Hold on. A card flip. Or did it? I really wanted to get that. Okay, maybe not. What did I stop? Y'all want to date someone who's... I definitely see some of you guys are going to be into some sexual taboos. That I do see. Here we go again with fights. Ah, Virgo. There it is. Arguments, creating drama. Oh, friends. Could this be with friends? I don't know. Are you going to end up being friends with somebody who it's like you're friends with the person knowing damn well that you're going to be lovers. You're friends with someone who you know eventually is going to be your person. This is not one-sided. This is not like, oh, you're wanting this person and this person is like, yeah, I think it's better that we're friends. No, it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be like this individual specifically is like, okay, like taking it slow. That's what it looks like. And with the reading that I've already done, I think I gave a little bit of detail of why. I think I said a little bit earlier here. And you know when someone is dealing with some drama on their end and they really are concerned about you and they really care about you, they're not going to pull you in that. They're not going to pull you in that. They're just not going to. It says that you're going to be experiencing a new cycle by the mid of July. Hello. Jupiter is going to be fully, not all the way, but Jupiter is going to be like in it in Cancer. Okay. Like Jupiter is like thigh deep in Cancer at that point. Okay. And so it could really be causing a lot of good things to be happening for you on that end. Okay. For some of you, for some, I think I read for you guys when I did the astrology readings on the live readings, where some of you guys are going to be experiencing oppositions. And so that's going to be some uncomfortableness that you may experience with family, with home, maybe have to change the home or just something about the home and family that's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for you. And that's something that we actually went over. Okay. So not everybody is going to experience the best energy with Cancer. Okay. But it'll happen a little bit because Jupiter moves pretty quickly. You keep getting this love. It says this love needs to grow. So I'm telling you, somebody here, you are around, but y'all are not lovers yet. And it says your blockages will be removed. So I will say by mid-July, I will even give it to the third week of July. You're going to go on a date, by the way. You're gonna go on a date, by the way. Now I can tell you that. I'm talking about before 4 weeks, you're gonna be going on a date. The only way you will know that personally is if you get a reading. But for a lot of you, this is really saying that you are going to be going on a date. Okay, I can see within 4 weeks. Okay, so one thing that I can tell you is that you're going to be very active. I'm not saying it is sex because Taurus had a huge sex energy. That didn't come out for you, but it doesn't mean that you're not doing it. Okay, I'm just saying for you, it was more, and it was other things that you needed to know when it comes down to your next 4 weeks. But there is somebody in your reading. Like, you know, so this is making me feel like you're already making plans with someone possibly for the holidays or for, you know, for the summer or something like that. Because this is not pushing it out. This feels like this is going to happen pretty soon. Okay. And you are going out having a good time. It said it multiple times in this reading. But anyway, Virgo, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. Okay. And I will be going live tomorrow doing Cash App Lives. I will go on tomorrow at 6:45. I know Devani wanted to know, but that's where I will be going. I'll be going on tomorrow. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you look out for the reading that I did a little bit later. I'll post it around 9:30. All right. Love you guys. See you later. Have a good day. Bye.